What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I need everyone's attention real quick. Something I want to say it's going to affect the future of the series, alright? I did a video on my main channel, and it was about the state of my channels, and long story short, I talked about Fire Emblem briefly, and I got a bunch of comments that people were basically saying, like, why people were surprised that Fire Emblem was going on so long, you know, and honestly, most of the stuff I was fine with, but that in particular, that hurt because I've made a lot of, like, when Fire Emblem was first going on, there was, well, one series in particular that I instantly could have dropped to, like, I wanted to play Fire Emblem more than any other game, right? And many times I was thinking I could just stop the other games, just focus on Fire Emblem, but I gave the other games their attention, and in one series in particular that actually caused people to leave my Fire Emblem playthrough. And you know, it's been through so much, but I literally have done as much as I could. You know, I don't do YouTube full time. I only do it in my free time, and with all the other games I was playing, I uploaded it as quickly as I possibly could. So to hear that, it hurt, but it's not like I don't understand, right? I want to get it done quicker as well. So I have one solution, and I need you guys' help on this, alright? I can possibly go a bit faster, well, maybe twice as faster, and that depends on one thing. I removed the question of the day from most of the future Blue Lion videos, except like maybe very important ones. And if I do that, I'm gonna need one thing from you all. It's not big, I just need you to comment. Because the reason I have question of the days is because some people, well, many people, literally will not comment unless it's a question of the day. And especially since we're going through a second run of a game that, well, has been out for over a year and a half now. And look, this grew 5. The question of the day seemed even more important to add. But if what we want is speed, I can do that. Sometimes I don't think you guys realize how much time I spend thinking about questions and days, especially when you're like over 100 episodes into a playthrough, to have each one be unique. But for this one, you know, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna do some supports. You guys can say whatever your favorite support was, or maybe, you know, something in the support that you thought was funny. Just anything. Even if you think it's not that big of a deal, just seeing that people comments, it helps me feel really motivated to keep pumping episodes out. So that's the one thing I'm gonna ask for you guys. I think I can go faster. I'll probably remove the question of days from this episode and the next one as a test run, and all I'm asking for you guys is please, if you can comment. Alright, now with that being said, we have some supports like I said, and well, I think I can go ahead and get Flane and Cetus out of the way.
Flane! There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Alright, that's one. I also think, yeah, Lysithea and Lawrence, easy.
Lysithea, do you have a moment? There is a matter of significance I'd like to discuss with you.
Alright, let's see, Raph and Ingrid. Lawrence and Sylvain, Lawrence and Marianne.
Tell me, Marianne, do you have a love of flowers?
I don't remember that. And I think the others are new. Well, except for, did I see Leonie and Shamir? Oh no, it's Catherine. Alright. Well, I think we'll start with Bernadetta.
So full. That fruit plate really hit the spot.
Oh, that sounds pretty good right now.
Time to get nice and snug. Maybe do some sewing.
I'll admit, alright, that sounds very comfortable.
Hey, Bernadetta, you look pretty happy. Celebrating something?
It's the little things in life, you know?
What? No, nothing at all.
And I gotta remember who I'm talking to.
Hey, relax. It's okay if you'd rather not tell me. By the way, I believe you left something in the library.
Huh?
A half-written manuscript? Your own work, I presume?
You write too?
I was curious who it belonged to and gave it a read-through. You're a really talented writer.
Really? Oh no.
I'm sorry. I peeked at the first page, then the next, and I couldn't stop.
I know where this is gonna go.
I think it's good enough to publish. It's the kind of adventure story that will make people laugh and cry.
It makes sense based on her hardships.
I love how you never know what mess the hero is going to get herself into next. I'm dying to read more.
And that seems to describe her.
Your mouth's hanging wide open. Bernadetta, are you okay?
Sorry, was someone talking about a story?
Are you trying to deny that it's yours?
Yes, that would be me. I read your book.
You read my book?
Yeah, and I loved it.
I'm so humiliated. Please forget everything you read.
Yeah.
Humiliated? No, I think the word you're looking for is humbled, because... And she's gone.
Yeah.
Now, what do I do with this book?
Don't give it to other people. Do not do that.
Oh, he actually read it. I regret everything. Even if I burn the pages, I can't burn his memory. Not unless I throw him in the fire, too.
Bernadetta? What the heck?
No, that's awful. Don't think things like that, Bernie.
Okay? I mean, he really liked your story. It's a shame that that's how you take it. No, Sylvain has a lot of... Wow, yeah, I'm completing a lot of Sylvain's supports. We could come back. Yeah, we'll come back. Let's continue with Sylvain's, actually.
I just wanted to say that I've been watching, and I'm really impressed by how hard you work. Very dedicated for someone so young.
Someone so young?
Oh, thank you.
I really admire your everything.
Okay.
But, you know, everybody needs to relax now and then. I was wondering if maybe you and me could...
I'm quite busy.
Yeah.
I should get going. Bye.
I figured you were losing her.
That was difficult to watch.
Lawrence, ever since you started hanging around, I've had no luck. Usually, if I show a girl I'm mature, noble, and interested, she's an easy catch.
Interesting.
Your logic is sound, I will admit, but your results are less than entirely convincing. Honestly, all this talk of maturity and experience from a shallow person like you is rather laughable.
Two peas in a pod?
Shallow? What? Like your nobleness as some properly cultured man of the world?
Naturally, my bearing is as elegant and refined as silk. Observe.
Well, I do think he does have a more refined upbringing. Lawrence does. Or at least he seems to think so.
You seem to be deep in thought. Is there something on your mind? Please, allow me to lend you my ear. I will gladly shoulder any of your burdens.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. But it's not something I really want to talk about.
Yeah, makes sense. That's a new model.
So harsh. Even the slightest worry, I would have been happy to listen.
Yeah, but people just don't want you to come up and talk to them like that, you know?
Why, yes. Your silky bearing was quite impressive. You're always going on about nobility, but that's no way to win a woman.
Yeah?
Your problem, and I may have told you this before, at least twice, your problem is you're pretentious.
100%.
That's rich coming from you.
Of the two of you, I definitely have to say, Lawrence, you are the more pretentious.
Your bearing is so flippant that you utterly fail to gain a lady's trust. How can you not see that?
Well, yes.
All I'm failing to see is you getting a girl's attention.
How dare you?
How is this a B rank?
Listen.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was mean. And you're probably right about me not being serious enough.
Because you aren't.
I will concede, I feel the same. Enough at least to keep your advice at the back of my mind. I was a touch too stubborn.
It's the same in battle, isn't it? If you don't bend a little, you fail.
Supposedly.
Even so,
Yeah, with that being said,
I will outclass you, Sylvain.
bring it on, Lawrence.
This is an interesting friendship, if you can even call it that. Alright. And Leonie?
Hey,
Hey?
Hey, Leonie. I mean, hello, beautiful.
Wow!
What brings a sweet girl like you to a place like this?
Nah.
I just came to the greenhouse to look at flowers. What's with you?
Nothing much. Nothing much.
This is an odd interaction.
I was just thinking about how sunflowers don't deserve to be stuffed away in a greenhouse. They'd bloom better out in the open. Just like you.
Is that a genuine compliment?
Could you cut the weird metaphors and just say what you want to say? Oh, wait. I get it. I'm not ladylike enough to fit in with all the pretty flowers.
No, okay, that compliment backfired. Let me try a different angle.
You know, this is another support that I think wouldn't make sense if it was post-time skip, because post-time skip Leonie, it's like, you must be blind.
This is a joke, right? Tell me this is a joke.
What have you got against sunflowers anyway? I think they're lovely myself. If you think I only care about delicate flowers raised in a greenhouse, you've got me all wrong.
He was having a genuine compliment, I think.
Statuesque sunflowers, blooming proud and tall in the open air, have a beauty all their own.
They do. If they're not obsessed with, you know, a certain...
Is that right?
You better believe it. And the same goes for you. You have a beauty unlike any other. I look at you and I see sunflowers.
That'd be an accurate comparison.
Look, can you just go back to normal?
At this point, I feel like anything I say is just going to make you more angry.
Understandable.
Why are you suddenly not capable of carrying on a normal conversation?
My eyes have been opened to the charms of the beautiful flower blooming right beside me.
Right.
It's a whole new day for my heart.
You can quit messing with me at any time.
You know, I feel like Sylvain is trying to be genuine with them. Like the same with Lysithea and the same with Leonie. But they don't believe it. And so that's why it stops at a B.
I'm not. I'm absolutely serious. You really are as charming as any flower. I see that now.
Would you stop? This is getting weird.
Yep.
Even sincerity doesn't work? What kind of flirting is going to satisfy you? You know what? I'm just going to leave you alone for now, so I can get a fresh start some other time.
This is interesting, though. Why do they have supports if this is how they end up?
Right. Bye. Charming? Me, of all people. Like I'd actually believe that.
That kind of... No comment on that one.
Stupid.
Whoa, wait a minute! But I've never... Oh, hold up. Now, I feel cheated. Okay. Alright, that's not right. That's not right. You know, if you guys didn't see it, or if you've forgotten, Leonie, I looked at her supports with everyone else. None of them fit. Not our S rank. Not Claude's. Not... Well, Ignatz, I think, had the best with her. Not Raphael. And not Lawrence. It all, to me, she seemed more fit to be alone. Until that happened. I've never seen her react like that. Well, that's disappointing. Does, well, who knows? Maybe it's just that she needed somebody out of the Golden Deer. Who are other supports? Oh. Yeah, Sylvain is literally the only other one. Besides maybe Seth and Eloise. But, okay. Well, yeah, since we're on Leonie, let's go to Catherine first.
That's enough. You're done for today.
Right. Thanks.
Are you feeling pain anywhere, Leonie?
Really?
No. Sorry, I'm alright.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I can't hold my own against you. And on top of that, you have to worry about hurting me.
That's a statement.
I feel like I've let you down.
But
Do you know what I meant when I said, you're done for today?
Probably that I was about to keel over.
No, it wasn't about your physical strength. I could tell that you didn't have the will to keep fighting.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've got plenty of will.
No matter what I do, I can't win. Isn't that what you were thinking? If you think you can't win, you won't. Perhaps you already knew that.
Yeah.
Good point.
But never assume that you'll win. That is, don't underestimate your foe.
That's my problem. I always get a little bit too overconfident, and then I make a silly mistake, and then, welp.
At all times, you have to keep a clear head to make split-second decisions. In battle, mistakes are deadly.
That's why I think doing permadeath while recording produced such good results. Because then I was like, any mistake I make could kill them. Focus.
But I don't have a crest or a relic. How could I ever hope to beat you?
You'll find a way.
If you put it like that, I'll fight barehanded, and I won't use my crest. Think you can win? Do your worst.
Like, you'll find a way.
Oh dear, I might have overdone it there. But I believe in her. I would be doing her a disservice if I pulled any punches.
Yeah, crests don't matter to her in the future.
It's Leonie after all. She'll be back on her feet and charging at me before I know it.
Another interesting support. Interesting in the terms of who or how I look at her as a unit. Alright, but Felix.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
How long did you expect me to stand here?
Whoa, that ain't cool.
I did just say sorry, but I could say the same to you. You were pretty slow to settle on a time.
I can't help having a busy schedule. Plus, I thought you could use the extra time to prepare.
Oh, wow, okay.
We could go back and forth like this all day. Or we could get started.
You were the one who kept me waiting. Let's begin.
On my signal?
Hurry up.
That's better. Okay, go!
I wonder who would win, though.
Let's see what you... A pit trap?
Wait, she set a trap?
That's right. How you feeling down there?
What?
Coward!
Say what you want, but Captain Gerald taught me this one.
Well, alright, now that's one time I don't mind her mentioning him.
You're heavier than you look.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, Felix is the type to say to use anything you got, and in battle, that would make sense.
If this were for real, you'd be dead. Aren't you glad I put straw down there instead of spikes?
Yes. I underestimated you.
I
suppose your lateness was a ploy to distract me.
Ooh, interesting.
You're not wrong. I did it to rile you up. Draw you in.
Wow!
You're capable, confident. I was counting on that.
Yeah, this is the ace of the golden deer that I expect.
So, what do you think about Captain Gerald's training now?
His technique worked and you won. What else is there to say? Winning is all that matters. You drew my attention to a major vulnerability.
Huh.
I'll need to be wary of traps. Thank you, Leonie.
It would be interesting if there was more traps in this game.
Seeing as you're thanking me, can I ask you a favor? Will you come watch my next training session? I'd like a few pointers about fighting in close quarters.
Huh.
The loser must pay tribute, I suppose. Yes, I'll help you train.
You will? Thanks.
You know, that's actually not a bad conversation compared to Dorothea. And when Felix is like, go away, or Bernadetta and Lysithea were, well, the sweets are funny. No, don't get me wrong, they're hilarious. Did Bernadetta get another one with, wait, no. Yeah, I haven't even gotten her first one. Okay. So we got 3 more. Catherine and Lawrence, Bernadetta and Ingrid, Raphael and Ingrid. Okay, let's go here then.
Your swordplay is captivating, exceedingly graceful, yet mindful to guard the weaknesses that often accompany such elegant flourishes.
So you're saying she's royalty?
Lawrence, are you spying on me? That's not very noble.
Everyone does it. Everyone does it.
It was rude of me to watch so long in silence, I do confess. Yet I could not bring myself to interrupt. I believe that such a deep grasp of swordplay can only mean that you have experienced the privilege of a noble birth.
Yep.
You just don't let up.
No, he really doesn't.
I didn't inherit my sword skills, Lawrence. I trained. I earned them.
One's lineage does not affect one's talent or tenacity, to be sure. But a noble is raised in an environment more conducive to the honing of martial skill.
I mean, I didn't think that part is true.
Those brought up in the lap of luxury are blessed with a far wider variety of options for their futures. And a noble raised in that fashion is better equipped to keep the peace for the common folk.
Like, if I'm being honest, like, you want your ruler to be, you know, able to handle themselves in many different areas. So obviously you try to get them the best education for whatever they're in. Yes, it doesn't affect their, you know, natural skills or anything like that. But I would at least think that you'd probably be able to tell Catherine have some experience.
Sure. And besides keeping the peace, what are the nobility's other duties?
Matters of state for a start. A noble has the ability to declare war, for instance. A commoner does not. And a noble who carries the blessing of a crest has even more power. One move from such an individual can exert massive influence.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Of course, such influence must only be wielded with discretion. It is a noble's duty to use power wisely.
Whether or not it's their duty, if they don't use their power wisely, the people will revolt.
That is true.
Indeed, the motivation to revolt can only come from discontent with the nobility.
The motivation to revolt?
But if the people are well protected and enjoy peaceful and happy lives, there is no such motive.
Is that necessarily true? Well, if they live happy, if they're happy and peaceful, I suppose, but what does that entail?
Thus, if such a revolt does occur, the nobility must be held accountable.
Okay, alright, I see what you're saying now.
The nobility must be held accountable, I never thought I'd find myself agreeing with you. Maybe you're not as bad as I thought. In fact, I'll let you in on a secret.
You're gonna tell them?
I am from a noble family. House Karen of Fargus.
So it's literally House Karen, okay?
I used to be known as Cassandra Rubens Karen.
Huh!
Perhaps you've heard that name before?
House Karen? It cannot be. Are you the one who was driven from Fargus for some grave crime?
Thunderstrike Cassandra?
So people say. However, I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't.
Anyway, how do you rate me now? On one hand, I am a noble, but I'm also a fugitive.
I see. Well then, will you do me the honor of a bout?
A bout?
So you'd like to suss me out with your sword? Sure, I'll take you on.
Huh. Yeah, I'm glad See, you might not like some of the characters the best, but they will often provide, you know, all the supports are important to me. And that's why I'm doing them regardless, alright? The sports are non-negotiable. Ingrid, though. Oh, I've already seen this one, but since we didn't fulfill it. Actually, I think I've seen both of these. Wait, yeah. Yeah,
Bernadetta, please come out of your room. You've been in there for ages. You need to train.
Now, that makes a lot more sense. Well, no, actually it made sense in post-time skip, too.
No. Sorry, not happening. I'm not playing around, Bernadetta. This training is absolutely crucial to your future.
She says different lines, though.
I don't care. I can't handle it today. Please leave. Why did you come here? Why did I come here? I didn't choose to join the academy. I was forced.
Yes, you were. What did she say in post-time skip? It was different. It fit what was going on at the time.
I suppose not everyone has to be pleased about being here. But even so, Bernadetta, I'll ask one more time. Please come out of there.
And I'll tell you one more time. It's not happening. Not right now. Not today.
You leave me no alternative. If you're near the door, you'd better step away. Ugh!
My door! Why?
Now hurry along, Bernadetta. You've got lots of training to catch up on.
Spare me! I'll train! Just not with you. Anyone but you, please.
Though it isn't. It's It does paint a different picture.
Is that so? That presents a problem.
Because they both fit with where they were at the time.
I know we are two very different people, but whether or not you like me, we are on the same side and must learn to work together.
See, that line really fit the war.
It's not about any of that! If this is how you treat people on your own side, what do you do to your enemies?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I did what was necessary to get you to comply. Nothing more. I do hope that the professor will be able to help you through the rest of your training. In the meantime, I will fix your door. Good luck.
Right. Okay. Good.
All right, and then Ingrid and Raphael.
This meat is so good. I wish I could send some home to my little sis.
You know, I'm just realizing Ingrid loves food. This is probably going to come into play in the support later on.
Raphael, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was just enjoying some of this roast. Did you want a bite?
No. I meant, what are you doing here? This isn't the dining hall.
It does have tables, though.
That's funny. Of course I know this isn't the dining hall.
Maybe it's for studying.
You know that, and yet you're stuffing your face here rather than where it's appropriate. You're not even seated.
Is that the best way to eat? If you think so, let's sit down.
You're missing the point. At least use a plate.
I don't have a plate with me, so there's nothing I can do about that now. But since when are you so proper, Ingrid?
I mean, that's a good point considering her upbringing.
I'm not proper at all. You're just downright crude.
But yeah.
Have you no respect for yourself in your journey to knighthood? Knights must work from a very young age to be upstanding in all facets. You are making a mockery of all that we stand for, you!
Slow down. I can't do all this listening while I'm trying to eat.
Disgusting. Now you've spilled gravy all over your shoes and your chin. You'd better wipe that up.
Now you need everything to be neat and tidy? You're really particular.
He could stand the work on that, though.
This has nothing to do with me. It's what's expected of a knight.
Wait. All I have to do is be neat and tidy, and I can become a knight? Forget all that studying, then. I'm just gonna work on being the neatest and tidiest one here.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is not what I said.
Oh, really? You're probably right. I shouldn't bother with the neat and tidy stuff.
You can do both, Rav.
You are impossible.
I really wonder what their B rank is going to be. Oh, there was one more. Sedith. He wasn't on the list, so I missed him.
Is something troubling you, Ingrid?
Oh, Sedith. You seem to have caught me when I thought nobody was around.
Perhaps I can help, if you would like to share.
I wouldn't want to bother you with my trivialities.
What's going on?
I will not pry, of course. But if you keep it to yourself, no one will be able to help you.
That is true.
That's true. It's regarding my father.
Can't be about the support or what we dealt with in the support, is it?
Count Galatea. I have met him once or twice.
Well, you have likely heard that House Galatea's financial situation is precarious. Many regions of Fargus are harsh and infertile, but our lands are especially so.
You know, while I'm bringing it up again... Yeah, I'll say... Well, no, I won't say it. I won't say it now.
There were several years of fruitless harvests. It nearly ruined us. We could barely feed our troops.
But I do wonder, what is the cause of that? Is it because of a power vacuum? Or is there some other reason why they can't get the funding they need?
Then I was born bearing a crest, after generations bore none. Suddenly my family hung its future on me.
Oh, that was before you were born.
My father had hopes that with my crest, I'd be married into a noble family, and that House Galatea's financial troubles would be a thing of the past.
So what it seems like is like what Dimitri was talking about, how Fargus has such a huge emphasis on crests. And but how, well, like she said, she marries into a noble family and then they'll have more money. But so, in other words, they didn't dissolve the house, which probably would have been better, because then other nobles could have taken over that area. Is that what I'm getting?
Ah, I see. And the other house would benefit from the addition of your crest-bearing blood. It seems to me you have suffered much for the misfortune of being born with a crest.
And there, again, Sedith even says it. Of all people, if Sedith says it, I'm just wondering why Edelgard gotta say, yo, Rhea, I'm coming for you.
I beg your pardon?
I know crests are highly valued, but they are also a burden. My feelings are mixed.
This is basically like the second in command.
You truly think so? But you're so devoted to the goddess. I'm surprised to hear you say such a thing.
Perhaps one day I will expound upon my opinion of crests in greater detail with you. For now, let it suffice to say that whether or not you bear one is secondary to your identity.
Yes. And to be fair, the Saints didn't make the crest, right? Well, I mean, they're born with crest because that's their own power. But then Nemesis and come in and they steal the crest from their siblings. And that's what's going on. So it's even more so, it's like, why?
You are a person, first and foremost. And you should be permitted to grow as a person, crest or not.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you for listening.
If you ever wish to discuss this again, consider me available whenever you please.
Thank you so much.
You know, I probably will say it then. It just has me more thinking about, I guess, why Edelgard would be the villain in this case. It's like, were her intentions pure? Well, sure, but did she go about it the right way? Like, I remember there's a support, or okay, there's a spoiler for Fire Emblem Fates. Okay, so if you don't want to hear it, this is probably in the video anyway. So if that's the case, then I'll see you guys next time. But if you want to hear, Fire Emblem Fates, it's set off as two games, right? One, you're supposed to choose between your birth family or the family who raised you, right? And for me, I was always thinking, why wouldn't you choose the family who raised you? Because basically that's like, if your current family right now that you're with suddenly told you you were adopted, would you leave them for the family who you were born to? For me, it's like, no, like, they're still my family. Like, they raised me, you know, they're my siblings, they're my mom and dad. They might not be blood related to me, but they're still my family, at least in my sense. But I say, I'm bringing that up to say that if you actually dive into the supports of the family that's your birth family, you get to the later on supports and you find out that your supposed birth family isn't even your birth family. Only your mother, who died like before you can even make that choice, was actually your birth mother. She just married into that family. So basically, you're with a bunch of strangers. I mean, not strangers, well, yeah, strangers, who aren't even related to you. I'm saying that to say that maybe people who chose Edelgard's route really like it because they didn't dive into the supports in the degree like I am. Because the supports might often shed different light. Because knowing that, you know, if it's like the family who raised you or your mother's family that she just happened to marry with, it's like, nah, I'm sticking with the family who raised me. So there's basically no argument there, at least, again, in my opinion. So all that to say that if I'm seeing less and less of of ground for Edelgard to stand on, but we'll see. There are her own supports, and they could help shine light on things, but they're just... We'll see. We'll see. For now, we're going to go battle. Do I need any other been a while. Let me check my weapons. Oh, we can make silver plus weapons. I'm gonna make Ingrid a silver lance. Nice. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, anybody else I bring, I think will be fine. It's time to do Ash and Catherine's paralog, because I imagine a bunch of supports are locked behind this one. So let's go.